Egypt is considered the cradle of ancient civilizations. Scientists from various countries around the world visit Egypt with the purpose of exploring these archaeological sites that have been crucial in making astonishing discoveries. Today, in this video, we will take you on a journey to show you some of these wonderful discoveries made by scientists at Egyptian archaeological sites. One of the most remarkable discoveries is an ancient box that's over 3,500 years old. One day, a group of scientists were exploring this area in search of archaeological objects that would lead them to discover something surprising and unique. At first, they thought it was a massive rock, but after cleaning it, it turned out to be an ancient archaeological box containing various objects and artifacts. As you can see, inside the box were antiques and old household tools. This discovery astonished the scientists because it was considered one of the most significant discoveries. Another fascinating discovery was a tunnel with a length of 4,300 feet. Many scientists believe that this tunnel could lead to the lost tomb of Queen Cleopatra. Furthermore, its unique design has instilled fear and astonishment among those who attempted to explore it. Even today, scientists continue to investigate inside this tunnel, hoping to uncover new secrets. Finally, a team of Spanish researchers arrived in Egypt with the aim of uncovering ancient archaeological objects. Excavations led them to the discovery of an ancient cemetery, regarded as the oldest in the world. It is said that the entrance to this cemetery was aligned with the sun's rays, causing them to shine at its entrance. Furthermore, a representation of the god Anubis was found at this site, and it is believed that the orientation of the sun's rays toward the tomb corridor symbolized an easy passage to the afterlife. Finally, we have the statue of Queen Nefertiti, whose name means the beauty has come. She was the wife of the famous Pharaoh Amenhotep IV, who belonged to the 18th dynasty. While in her time, she was considered one of the most powerful women in ancient Egypt. Nefertiti lived shortly after her husband's death, and Amun helped her become a powerful figure in her own right queen during her husband's reign. This beautiful queen held a high status, and this statue of Nefertiti, over 3,000 years old, is believed to have been preserved to a remarkable degree. The incomparable painting of the statue has also preserved the statue is still in its original state, confirming the skill of the pharaohs in sculpture and painting over the years, a particular phenomenon that is found in most statues, and the broken nose, the Sphinx being one of the most remarkable examples in ancient pharaonic civilization. It was common for the noses of many of these statues to be broken or destroyed for reasons still unknown. Some believe this could be due to the fact that the nose was the most vulnerable and easily damaged part by thieves and looters entering Egypt during certain invasions in this period. It has been suggested that the nose was considered the source of oxygen that sustains human life. Thus, it was once believed that the spirit of the pharaoh inhabited the statue, which had been sculpted for him. As a result, the pharaohs often attempted to destroy the statue's nose to prevent the spirit of the pharaoh from returning and reliving its life in the statue. In 2020, a discovery sparked the curiosity and admiration of many researchers. A collection of colorful coffins was discovered. It is said that each coffin had a different color and that each color represented something specific. Some of the owners of these coffins wanted their coffins to reflect their true identity, so they chose to color them in this way. This discovery became one of the most wondrous findings, drawing tourists from various countries. In a tomb located in the desert, approximately 30 kilometers south of Sarir, a group of researchers made this remarkable discovery. Scientists discovered 100 coffins and approximately 14 gold statues in the Sahara Desert. Some of these coffins even contained the bodies of pharaohs, which is actually a significant discovery that assisted scientists. In 1922, a group of researchers managed to obtain numerous answers to the questions they had about a musical instrument that had belonged to the pharaoh known as Tutankhamun were trumpets. These musical instruments were used in certain ceremonies and were made of wood, silver, copper, or sometimes bronze. This demonstrates the skill of the ancient pharaohs in both music and the craftsmanship of musical instruments, some of which are still in use today. Have you ever heard of the ancient civilization of Petra? The prehistoric Jordanian city of Petra, carved directly into the cliffs of red, white, pink, and yellow sandstone. The Western world lost knowledge of it for centuries, but it remains a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. Petra was a thriving commercial city and the capital of the Nabatean Empire from 400 BCE to 106 CE. It was situated in the southwestern region of Jordan, surrounded by canyons and desert mountains. While there are other ancient cities with impressive structures, Petra is the most famous. The Nabateans, who built Petra, ruled over a vast territory in the Middle East until they were absorbed into the Roman Empire. The remnants of their system and architecture still stand as a testament to their remarkable civilization. Water supply innovations can still be found in the region. Only 15% of Petra has been uncovered, and 85% remains unexplored. The significance of Petra waned after its conquest by the Roman Empire, and the city fell into decline due to earthquakes and changes in trade routes. Travelers wishing to see more structures like those in Petra should visit Mosul, Iraq, where scientists have recently discovered a kingdom buried beneath a dam due to the drought that affected southern Iraq. A team of American and German archaeologists successfully resumed excavations of an ancient city of Kamun that had been submerged by the waters of the Mosul Dam reservoir. The discovery included a palace and several large buildings, and researchers were able to reconstruct the city's layout in a relatively short period of time. The team worked against the clock, unsure of when the reservoir's waters might rise again, not knowing when the reservoir waters would rise again. They discovered 5 ceramic containers containing archives of more than 100 uniform tablets dating from the Middle Assyrian period. Archaeologists have also uncovered rare red and blue wall paintings, suggesting that they were common in the palaces of that era. Several other large buildings have been discovered in the sprawling urban complex, including a massive fortification with a wall and towers, a monumental multi-story warehouse, and an industrial complex. However, the kingdom came to an end under the reign of the king. Brought to an end during whose reign the tides destroyed its capital. Waxukani clay tablets have been found in modern paper-like envelopes that were used to encase cuneiform tablets in the 2nd millennium BC. Before JC researchers believed that the cuneiform text belonged to the private archives of the Middle Assyrian period and hope that this discovery will provide important insights into the history of the region. In the region, the excavated buildings have been covered with plastic and gravel to protect the ruins, which are now subject to flooding. All other hidden artifacts within the ruins must await discovery in the future. The ancient city of Al-Ula in Saudi Arabia bears a resemblance to Petra and might contain the secrets of an ancient civilization. Saudi Arabia aims to reduce its reliance on oil and attract tourism to increase its revenue. They have launched Saudi Vision 2030, a plan designed to transform the country into a hub for diversified economic activities and tourism. World Trade and Tourism, the Crown Prince began issuing tourist visas, and the city of Al-Ula is an obvious choice to attract visitors due to its architecture and the fact that it is virtually unknown. The Nabateans, desert nomads who controlled trade routes and supplied spices and aromatics, viewed Al-Ula as a provincial city. Significantly, the Nabateans rose to historical prominence because they naturally became wealthy. The Nabateans thrived starting from the 4th century BCE. AD until the 1st century CE, and their territory included Jordan, the Sinai Peninsula in Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and Syria. Their identity was lost, and Petra was rediscovered. In the challenge in understanding the Nabateans is that they left very little first-hand history. Most of what we know about them comes from documents written by unknown authors. Most of the remaining structures are tombs, and many architectural remnants of the city have literally been lost in the sands of time. Despite their obscurity, the Nabateans were the early pioneers of architecture, cleverly harnessing the harsh desert environment to their advantage. The graves of Al-Ula feature natural conduits that protect them from erosion, which has preserved them for thousands of years. The Nabateans who constructed these tombs were innovative and creative. The tomb architecture is influenced by classical Greek and Roman architecture, as well as featuring influences from Mesopotamian, Iranian, Egyptian, and Greek styles, resulting in a distinctive architectural style known as Arabesque Baroque. The tombs bear intimidating inscriptions warning of retribution and divine punishment in the event of invasion. These inscriptions also feature important dates valuable to archaeologists and historians. The oldest tomb dates back to around the 1st century BCE, and the most recent is from around 70 CE, helping to fill in the chronological gaps. There are approximately 7,000 Nabatean inscriptions throughout the kingdom, but just over 100 of them bear dates. Most of these inscriptions consist of short writings containing an individual's name or a request made to a deity. Some of Al-Ula's tombs, however, contain a different story, contain the final resting places of high-ranking officials and their families, who, according to inscriptions on their tombs, took with them their Roman military titles into the afterlife. The inscriptions also emphasize the commercial significance of fats and the diversity of Nabatean society are intriguing. The term Nabatean isn't an ethnic label, but a political expression, signifying that they were at the helm of a kingdom or a dynasty, and there were various types of people within the kingdom. The Nabatean tomb of Leon, son of Kusa, and the mightiest of the Gra, but its lower third remains unfinished. Some tombs were abandoned during construction for unknown reasons, marking a new chapter in the history of the Gra. The story of the Gra has just begun, as for the first time, travelers now have easy access to a place that was once difficult to visit. Previously, only a few Saudis and foreign dignitaries could do so with special authorization. Now, anyone can purchase a ticket online for $25 and visit this area by bus. In addition to the Gra, there are other historical sites nearby, such as the ancient city of Dadan and the Jabal Iqma Canyon, which are open to visitors. The city of Al-Ula is also open to tourism and is expected to attract 2 million tourists annually by 2035. The Al-Ula airport has been renovated, and a luxury hotel designed by a French architect is set to open its doors soon. In 2024, the Nabateans are an important civilization in the region, and their heritage can be seen in Al-Ula. But 10 other historical languages have also been uncovered in the Al-Ula region. Al-Ula is considered an important area in the development of the Arabic language. It turns out that an ancient civilization called Harappa thrived around 3000 BC. Jeek, in what is now Pakistan and India, Indian scientists working in the Gulf of Kamba suggest that the Harappans are descendants of an advanced ancestral culture that was submerged by rising sea levels at the end of the last period, Ice Age. The discovery of this submerged civilization has demonstrated the existence of an ancient civilization and has established the possibility that ancient civilizations were submerged by rising sea levels after the last ice age. It is believed that the city's civilization, one of the oldest in Mesopotamia, existed approximately 5,500 years ago. Furthermore, in the border of India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, a vast ancient civilization was discovered. Similar to the Harappan civilizations, it existed between 5,300 and 2,800 years ago. Significant ruins have been found in India, including cities with straight streets, well-planned drainage systems, and water transport. The artifacts discovered indicate a missing link between ancient hunter-gatherers and the development of civilization. Archaeologists believe that this missing link may have been submerged due to a significant rise in sea levels caused by the melting of ice caps. The Indian National Institute of Ocean Technology conducted marine studies and discovered square and rectangular features that appear to be man-made and likely belong to the submerged Harappan civilization in the Kambas region, located 20 kilometers off the coast. Two ancient canals have been discovered, equipped with technology that allows for the creation of underwater images. Elements resembling a grid-like structure have been identified on both sides of the canal, indicating that the ancients had a strong sense of urban planning. These features are buried under a few centimeters of fine marine sediments, alluvial deposits, and typical rock sediments. Terrestrial and river sediments have been observed, followed by typical river conglomerates at greater depths, demonstrating that the area now submerged was once dry land through which rivers used to flow.